Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Nasa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective. She wants to leave the glamorous life she doesn't need. A man's touch, she wants to leave the glamorous life without love. It ain't much.
That's not what I want to hear.
Well, the other song was Pumps and a Bump.
I don't want that one either.
And considering what you just told me about your attire.
Shut up.
What do you want to hear, Nathan? Since I'm a jukebox.
I want some Donna Summer or some Diana Ross for my new hair. Hit it, little magic.
Well, first thing I thought was I'm coming out, but I don't want to sing that. I like love you, baby. That's a little taste. Love you, baby.
Okay, I feel better now.
Does that work for you?
It does. Thank you. Okay. You have to give the music that becomes the hair.
I don't know. It becomes the hair.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
It's gonna be a solo show soon.
Oh, Beyonce. That's cool. I'll be Kelly. Shoot, she's doing fine for herself.
She is. And she looks great.
She looks so good.
We're off topic already, though.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Go Ladies Podcast. I'm Faith.
I'm Nasa. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a minute.
Last week.
Yeah.
Girl.
Life is lifing.
When is life not lifing? Oh, guess when you did. That's when it's not lifing no more.
Look, things happen.
Ooh. It's been a struggle.
But we're here.
Exactly. And happy to be here.
I appreciate that about us. Like, it's not, I mean, for some people, it's like they have to do. We enjoy doing this, and it's kind of like, cathartic, but yeah. Sometimes you have to call an audible. I'm like, no, this week I can't do it.
I did not have the capacity. That was me calling audible. I don't have the capacity to make this happen.
It did.
And I was really proud of me calling an audible and not trying to push through. Yes. I don't have the capacity to make this happen.
If y'all don't know, Nasa will push through to the hospital. So thank you for calling an audible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm in a different location today. So this is my office. So you normally don't see this view. I'm in a different room, but somebody just finished working. It's not really finished yet. And so we're going to keep it on going right here today. So
can I ask you something?
Of course you may.
Oh, all of you. So I wonder, I know not everything is a Black thing, but obviously there are some nuances and things that are funny to me about Black folks, myself included. So for those who are in the office or go into the office, do you always come like ready to log in and work? Or do you have like a ritual before you get settled in?
So for me, number one,
yes.
I'm in the office normally on Mondays and some Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, the rest of the week I'm working from home. Mm-hmm. So when I'm in the office, I tend to get there at 7 because I need that hour to gather myself, review my schedule, do any last minute additions for meetings I might have that day, just familiarize myself with things. Not that I forget from day to day, but this is a real serious thing. That's not even meant to be funny. Yeah. I know you should be funny, but this is not funny. Since I've had COVID, I feel like my short-term memory is like worse. Okay. So when I get to the office, I like to get prepared for that day's meetings. Mm-hmm. Even though I prepared the night before, some things still just aren't carrying over. Yeah. So I have to go back. What is that again? Okay, I got it. And just, get geared up for the day. So I'm working, and so I guess I am working immediately, but it's more my own time because nobody's there at that time. So the
Mm,
first hour is to myself. I don't have to engage people at that moment. So
okay.
yeah. From home, there are days, today was one of them. I just rolled out the bed to the computer and
Oh yeah.
it was, which is not good. I realized that, I think I told my mom this. I
Mm,
said, I have to begin a pandemic. I got up,
yeah.
worked
Yeah.
out, took a shower, put on a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of makeup, got dressed appropriately from the waist up, sweatpants from the waist down, sat down and worked. Now I roll over, turn my camera off, and drink some water and get to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My balance is way off right now.
Yeah.
So I have to put those routines back in place
Mm-hmm.
for my own sanity,
Yeah.
because it's just what it is. So I don't know what you're hinting at, but you know,
No, that was good. That was very deep.
yeah.
Thank you.
I had a
I'm
joke plan, your ass ruined it. My bad, girl. Black folk
serious.
are funny. Nace is not.
No, but but even that is funny. But I think that's indicative of a lot of people, especially just the piece on working from home, because COVID is still very much real, and COVID fatigue is really real, y'all. Like people are not acknowledging that. So the rollover spirit, I've heard that from people. It's just enough to get out the bed, turn the computer on, and figure it out. You know,
Yes.
you have to do what works for you. Like you said, you hope to gain some balance there again. But it's hard for me to get out the door. You would think I had kids and a dog. Getting out the door, getting up is hard for me. You are very much a morning person.
Yep.
And the older I'm getting, and it might go revert because
Mm-hmm.
it happens, I am a mid morning person. We've talked about this. So, like, getting up, like, whoo, I'm up. No, I have to lay there I gotta lay. Like, okay, let me just, let me swing my feet. Like, I'm saying it out loud to let Faith put your feet on the floor. Like, get up. So,
Mm-mm.
by the time I get out the door, I'm not really always all the way ready. Like I'm just not. And I'm not a fix my face in the car because I'm afraid I'm gonna crash. So
You have a nice car. Don't crash that car.
thank you. Thank you. God is good. So I was just curious because I'm not always all the way dressed by the time I get to work. And 9 times out of 10, I haven't eaten breakfast. And I am a little OCD and ritualistic with certain things. So I will like turn my computer on, but I'll go like fix my oatmeal, warm up my eggs, and I'll come sit. I have my tea, and then I'm like, okay, let me log on.
No.
And then work. Like I can't. I experienced that recently. Like because it's still hot, obviously, so summer. I'll moisturize my feet after getting out the shower. I put socks on, and then I'll drive to work with my slides and my socks on, and so I'm a mess. I say I'm about to say I'm a hot mess, but I get the work done. I just don't be all the way put together. And I had a coworker was like, "Did you just put your makeup on in your office?" Mm-hmm. Because I don't be ready. I don't.
Oh no, I'm all the way together when I leave the house. The only thing I do, I guess, do is I go to Starbucks to one in my office. So that is my treat for going to the office. I get to have Starbucks once a week. And so I go downstairs and I get my Starbucks at some point during the morning. But I don't eat breakfast. I know. And
Intermittent fasting.
I know. But that's what I'm a college girl. Then because people don't complain about that. So you don't eat breakfast, they complain. If I say I intermittent fast, they don't complain.
Boom.
So but yeah, it's just how I'm wired. Even at home, I rarely eat breakfast. I get hungry around 10, 30, 11. That's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. But I've been up since 5.
Yeah,
So
you be. I'm like, now I'll get up to go to the gym, but even then, that's a struggle. But it's important to me, so I do it, and then I get the endorphins, and I get going. Getting ready for work. Those days are good, but days I'm not going to the gym.
huh,
Yeah, yeah,
that clicked for me.
yeah.
Because I'm the opposite. I get up for work. I mean, I used to work at 5:30 in the morning, remember?
Yeah,
Way back in the day.
yeah.
And so I will get up for work.
Mm-hmm.
But to say get up at 4:30 or to go to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
no. No, no. I get up for work, which is a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I get up for catch flights. Of course, you get
Right.
up for that. It's going to fun.
Yeah.
Um, and I get up for men. I mean,
Ew.
seriously. So you know me, I go to bed early.
Bro.
When I'm dating, I'm up much later
In the streets.
because I am out and about. So I need to find a boo thing at the gym. Then I go to the gym all the time.
Yes.
Boo thing at the gym.
Holler at her.
Pick me up so I can go to the gym. There we
And
go.
see him. Yes.
That won't work either though.
Okay, well,
It wouldn't work
it
either.
sounded good.
It did. I remember I was married to someone. And you know, I don't like to bring him up all the time. You know what I mean? I just feel like
I respect it. Yes.
it's different chapters of life. I want to always say when I was married to Christopher, so even, I just it's a weird thing. Being a widow is really weird. But when I was married, I remember going to the gym, watching him work out makes me a little randy. So then I'm like, let's go home. I mean, no bit of a workout, but I'm like, oh, you look so cute. Let's go home. So it might not work for me going to the gym with a dude anyway. So
it might if the incentive, you got to get a set amount of reps in before y'all could leave.
Maybe.
Like, I'm going to give it to you, but you got to.
That would motivate me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He could do push-ups while you are like under him, but you got to do a crunch. And I don't know.
My eyes turning like, how's that work? Okay. I'm doing the math in my head. Like, carry the one. I can make that work.
Okay, that's
look at you.
I know. I digress, but I was curious because I recently had I am not together for work. And I do have coworkers that come in, sit down, they're on the computer, and I'm like, no.
Do you speak to people first thing in the morning?
You know me. Of course I do. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. And be what? Glad in it. So
I speak to people because I'm supposed to.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it takes, home training.
Yeah, that's literally why I speak to people. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Like, I'm normally in my head so much that I am that sometimes that I feel like Sheldon on The Big Bang. Like, I am performing the manners and the social customs because they are expected sometimes, not because they're always like really me.
Right.
Hell, when I text you, you're like, good morning, Nasa. Yeah. I'll text her and be like, hey, I got this great idea, blah, 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 blah. And she'll be like, good morning, Nasa. And I'm like, good morning, Faye. What about this idea?
Like a teacher, yes. It is a good morning. But I'm not, the way my office is set up though, is not a talking. If I see somebody, because my floor is super quiet, then it's good morning, and I'm keeping it moving. So no, I don't have like morning conversations. It's just good morning.
I'm there by myself most of the time in the morning, but I do speak to all the support team people who are around. Now, let me ask you this one though. Much I know you, I know what you're going to do, but I have found that a lot of people do not speak to the support team people.
You already know how I was raised.
Exactly. I'm like, if you're not speaking to the maintenance people, the janitorial staff, the front desk staff, the receptionist, what you do with your life?
Hello.
The cafeteria worker.
Get it together.
I'm gonna get them extra fries.
And they'll treat you good.
Exactly.
Everybody else ignores them. So you speak. Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to the receptionist, the front desk people, They normally know if you're getting fired before you
They
do.
know the tea.
They know who's getting let go. You have to position yourself for positions. Like, you better speak to the people
Yeah.
and the maintenance people, like,
Mm-hmm.
hello, this is broken. Can you help me? Or
Yeah.
just common courtesy, you know?
Yeah, we didn't play that. You speak to
No,
everybody.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I clean up after me. Like, I don't leave someplace a mess somebody to clean up.
Hello. Yeah, they don't work for me. They work for the company. And
Exactly.
be kind. Be kind. Like you said, because you're gonna need them for something,
Right. Exactly.
So,
Mm-mm.
nothing wrong with that. So yes, that is my answer.
Okay. Those are not even our topics for today.
It's okay. We've been missing in action. We're catching up. It's all good. But if you're ready to dive in, we can do that too.
It's a whole lot of money.
Where? Where the money?
Yeah. Talk about our first topic. We should have like theme music.
Yeah, I know. So,
come on now.
El Presidente Jojo. I'm gonna make sure I get it right. Him.
Come on with your notes.
He announced that he was.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all did see her arm go back like this.
Oh, I was trying to hide it. I have my phone.
But you had to get your arm back so you can read it.
But because I'm blind. Shut up, Nace. I got my glasses on.
You
I'm trying
can't
to stay in the light too.
I don't have glasses or contacts in. I'm out here just looking blind.
Lord,
For the real Stevie Wonder-esque.
Okay, next. El Presidente Jojo announced that he will cancel at least $10,000 in student loan debt for millions of borrowers, giving long-sought relief to Americans saddled by payments and taking a major gamble to energize young voters ahead of the midterm elections. This is USA Today, I'm reading. Anyways, what is it? Up to $20,000 in debt relief will be given to low-income Pell Grant recipients, $10,000 for all other borrowers with incomes less than $125,000, and from households earning $250,000 or less. Yeah.
Thoughts?
I guess some people are happy.
Some people aren't.
Exactly. You can't please all the people all the time.
Ever. Ever.
So yeah, what say you, student of the world?
So I don't have student loans for undergrad. I did take them out for grad. Just so you know where we're level setting coming from. I couldn't have gone to grad school without it. I do think that the student loan process is a huge scam. They are preying on people, the poor and normally of color, to, because you're sold this bill that education is the great equalizer. And about getting these degrees, which, at one point, high school was the base, then a bachelor became the base. Now a master's is almost the base, right? Most of my friends that have multiple degrees. And so you're told that you have to get these degrees to get a good job. And so we believed it. My generation did. But to get it, when you ain't got no money, you got to go into debt for it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them making money available to students for the student loan process as a whole. I have a problem with the interest rate that they charge on top of it. If school's $32,000, then I should pay back $35,000. You should not make a profitable enterprise off the backs of people who don't have money. That's just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like it's a car. I can choose a different car to drive. Right. Or even a house. I can choose a different house and a different loan or whatever else for that. But when it comes to education, where so many other countries have free college education, we are making money off of poor people. That doesn't make sense to me. I think the fact that they are forgiving some of the loans is a good thing for a great majority of people.
Yeah.
I understand the angst of some who are like, I fought and saved and worked 6 jobs to go to school. Took me 15 years, but I finally made it. I understand that too. I mean, I'd be mad too if I bought a dress full price and it goes on sale and it's outside the field time. I pay 500 and you pay 250. Like,
Yeah.
dang,
Mm-hmm.
I understand the angst, but the bottom line is, let's be real honest. These midterm elections are gonna be trash. Um, no one is energizing a base except for the racists. Um,
Facts. Facts.
they are rallying around racism and they're rallying around, white supremacy, which
Mm-hmm.
is the gift that keeps on giving for their donor base.
Yeah.
You would think that we would rally against white supremacy and misogyny, but people get lulled into complacency, and it is what it is. So this is a way to try to galvanize that base to be more energized. It's not
Mm-hmm.
not going to work. It's too little. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I wish us all well.
Thank you, Hunger Games.
Yes.
Your
With the odds forever be in your favor.
favor. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I can't really speak on it, right? Anybody can speak on anything that's been proven on any platform. I just, for transparency, I don't have student loan debt. I'm a basic bachelor bitch. And that's okay. I don't have an advanced degree. Not really a desire to go back to school either. I had a desire at one point, but
I want a PhD.
kind of for what I do.
You're good
right now. But that's the cool thing too. School, as far as I know, will be there. So I can't really speak to it. So I think you've done a great job, because I don't, I hear people complain about having it, but I don't. I've been blessed not to. I'm not saying that as a boast. I don't have that.
You didn't pay for it. They did both for you. Yeah. I mean,
that's true. I did not.
It's like if my kid both got their car. Oh, I'm flexing.
Yeah,
no. You didn't know that?
Yeah, no. So I don't. You're right. You're right about that. So,
I heard that all my life. Oh, we got money. We didn't have money. I just didn't know no better. But but my mom's like, you ain't got no money. Mm-hmm. I got money because I go to work. You just live here. Mm-hmm. You're right.
So we'll see how all this, plays out. But, and speaking of student loans and colleges,
y'all,
specifically,
it warms my heart that HBCU enrollment is up across the board. Like, it warms my heart. I'm so excited. As a child of a different world who believed in Hillman, who wanted to enroll to be the love child of Whitley Gilbert and Freddie Brooks. If they had a love child, it would have been me. I'm excited and ecstatic. It started with, I noticed the trend beyond my own children, because my children have always been HBCU surrounded, so I can't engage by them. Right. But one of our cousins, he is now a freshman at Central State. Okay. And he went to a very prestigious school here in Middle Tennessee for his high school and all that career. Yeah. And all the Black children who were in this school chose HBCUs. And I'm like, yeah. You're surrounded by those who are going to the Ivies, and you are purposely choosing HBCUs. Like, there's a tide here. Yeah. And so I saw Morgan State, they had record enrollment. Tennessee State University took in 1,012 million freshmen. More to say on that in a second. Yes. All the HBCUs really are seeing a return to home. And I think that part of it is due to the enormous pressure that they are facing, that we are all facing as Black people who live in America. This now overt racism, that now you're looking for those bastions of safety that you can only get the barbershop, beauty shop, and HBCUs, those spaces are sorority meeting, fraternity meeting, but those spaces where Black people are in the company of other Black people and you're allowed to just be and not be an oddity. That's the joy of HBCUs. Yeah. I say all the time, like, I was prepared for economic racism. I was prepared for covert racism. I dealt with some overt as a child, but not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So as an adult, seeing all this overt
Oh
racism
yeah.
was very jarring for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what the hell is this? And to see
Yeah.
it continue to grow
Mm-hmm.
does something to you,
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
does. I can't even imagine having a diet of that for my entire life, the way our parents did, or our
Yeah.
grandparents did. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I think that's why our kids are now running to these campuses for a chance to breathe for a second.
Right.
Now, let me charge you, Black community, specifically HBCU grads.
Not me.
You were on the first part, Black community.
Oh, darn. I am
Yeah,
black.
don't.
Too. Okay.
We, Gen Xers specifically, um, attended a variety of schools, some PWIs, some HBCUs. However,
Yes.
we have not historically given back to our universities at the same rates that other groups do. Now, part of that is because of the Black tax. You got out of college, but you had to also pay for so and so's dance lesson, somebody's bail, someone's mortgage. You are already economically disadvantaged when you came out anyway. So while you moved ahead, you still had people that you had to help along the way,
Mm-hmm.
which is what the lift as you climb. You understand that.
Yes.
But you got to write some checks. Our HBCUs have been historically underfunded,
Mm-hmm.
um, purposefully historically underfunded.
Okay.
Thinking like of TSU here in Nashville, $500 million they've been missing.
Yeah.
They're supposed to get that the state just forgot to give them. They ain't no, you don't forget to give somebody five
Hello.
hundred million dollars.
Thank you.
You forget to give them five,
Mm-hmm.
but not 500 million.
Yeah.
So that was on purpose.
Yeah.
And now when we say, here's the receipts, and y'all like, well, we gonna honor it. So take us a minute. Put my money in my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about it. But
Mm-hmm.
state budgets are what they are, and you got to get them, on a payment plan.
Yeah.
I say all that to say that our schools don't have the infrastructure to take on this influx of students. A lot of our schools are contracting with hotels. A lot of our schools now have policies that juniors and seniors have to live off the yard.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our schools have all these things trying to accommodate this influx of people.
Yeah.
They have the infrastructure to do it.
Mm.
The only way that changes is through state funding for, public schools and alumni donations
Mm-hmm.
for all schools, private and public.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people can't go out there and write no 10K check,
Right.
but you can buy your school a drink. You can send $10 back. You can join the alumni association. You
Mm-hmm.
can send back $20 a month. You can buy the school some Jordans. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do whatever you can to help these schools out. Tennessee State University
Yes.
has students in 6 hotels around Middle Tennessee.
Woo, girl.
Tennessee State University is like many other schools, but specifically those that are in urban environments that are thriving, like
Yeah.
DC, like Howard, or here in Nashville, some other ones, Atlanta, that property here has gone up. It
Yeah.
used to be your first like junior, senior year, you want to live off the yard,
Mm-hmm.
get you an apartment, hang out with your friends, be grown, right?
Yeah.
They can't afford to do it anymore. These kids are already on student loans. Apartment rent for a 1-bedroom is what? $1,800 a month around here.
Listen.
They can't afford it. So more of them are needing to stay on campus
Mm-hmm.
ever before.
Yeah.
But guess what? We don't have the space.
Yeah.
So then you take in 3,000 freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And to give you a comparison, when I was at TSU, there were 8,000 students, not including commuters. The fact we took in 3,000 freshmen
Yeah.
puts it into perspective, right?
Yeah.
So we have students who are staying in hotels. Some of them were nice, some.
Yeah.
So
Not so much.
yeah. So it's just, we have to do better about supporting our universities, and not just those who went there, but as a community. We want our kids to be safe. We want our kids to have these things. We raise these kids to be bougie. You can't be Gucci down and not,
Hello.
it's true. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to do the work, and make sure these things are nice. I see parents spending a bag on decorating these dorm rooms, and I'm
Girl,
like,
don't get me started. Go ahead. Do what you want. I'm not a parent. I don't have kids. So I'm gonna be
I am a parent.
selective.
I am a parent.
You are.
So I moved my kids in, and my kids are spoiled.
Mhm.
These kids are spoiled. But I bought them a little bed in the bag.
Hello.
And you got, a little poster on the wall, a little family picture. And here's some toilet paper, tampons. Y'all be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out, Folks putting up wallpaper.
They got
Chandeliers.
headboards and like.
And I want to ask the parents who are doing this, because there's a lot of parents of girls.
True.
So you decorate the place that she lose her virginity for?
Bloop.
Is that what you're doing?
My thought, I mean,
it was still sexy.
When I was in college, I wasn't in my room like that. Like, you're not in your room. I guess some people are. Not that I was super popular, but it's like, I'm in there to go to sleep. I might study in there, but 9 times out of 10, I was studying somewhere else. I was with my friends. I wasn't just, my room didn't have luxurious, because it's not like I was just in there.
No.
But yeah, I guess they made it sexy.
It's sexy. And I'm like, I wish I would decorate my daughter's room so she can get it.
Well, you better put that money towards something else.
Right.
How about investment or first apartment? But I'm like, a dorm room? Really?
Really?
Okay.
I'm just like, okay. That's nice. But
yeah.
The first time I saw it was when my oldest went to college. And I called her up. I said, did I not do enough for you? She's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right, just checking. Because did I drop the ball? Is this what we're supposed to do now? And she was like, no. She said, that's extra. I said, okay.
It is. You're just seeking necessities. Okay.
And let me say this too.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is not true for everyone. But a lot of folks who have these really, really cute rooms don't be there sophomore year.
And we're in the show on that. Oh, I'm sorry. What? They don't. Your room's cute, but
just saying. So maybe you shouldn't make them have sexy houses, and they might stay in the school a little bit longer.
Sexy house.
I mean, because you 20 or 18. You go have sex forever anyway. Let's be honest. Right. It don't take all that for the whole 3 minutes of pleasure you get to 18. Come on now.
I don't want no minute man.
I don't know about 18.
Show me what you have.
That's a whole other show. Anyway. How you thought you do what you would do at 18, but you really didn't.
Well, that is a whole nother show.
It's a whole nother show.
Yeah. All right. Support your local HBCU or any HBCU of your choosing.
If you don't have one to support, you can support 3500 John A. Merritt Boulevard, Nashville, Tennessee. Write the check, tell them Nathan sent you, just send them over to TSU.
Okay.
Oh, I know the address by heart. By heart.
As you should. Yes. Okay.
3500 John A. Merritt Boulevard. I'll put the bottom of the screen for those who need to see it.
Thank you in advance.
No problem.
Okay. So things you thought you were doing at 18 that you weren't. No, you might need therapy.
Girl.
So Nathan told me about this. I was not aware of it. There's a young Black woman who is a therapist, right?
Licensed clinician.
Yes. And she's going off, essentially. She's on TikTok. She's telling Black men that they need to go to therapy, and then she outlines why they need to go to therapy. Um, there's very colorful language. I mean, we cuss
Yep.
on too, but there's colorful language,
Mm-hmm.
and she got fired. But fill in the holes there, Nathan. But that's kind of
That's the
the
gist of it. But
yeah.
here's the thing. She's younger. She's
Mm-hmm.
very talking very blatantly about how Black men need to do better about owning their emotional space and having the words talk about their emotions. They don't
Mm-hmm.
need to keep it pent up anymore. And if you're going to be a partner to somebody, you can't tell women to level up. And when women did, you didn't do the same. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she's like, you have to level up as well. And that starts with knowing your emotional, getting a hold of your emotions and be able to speak to your emotions
Mm-hmm.
using your words.
Yeah.
Emotional vocabulary is what she said.
Yes. Yep.
Now, she is young
Mm-hmm.
and she did not say that like I said it right now.
Now, I was gonna say you said it really well.
Thank you. She was like, bitches ain't gonna deal with these dudes being emotionally stunted. You tell a bitch
Mm-hmm.
to level up, and that's how she said it.
Yeah.
Was her message correct? Yes. Was her wording wrong? We have different opinions on that. But beyond that, I think it's very, very interesting that we've had Black men on podcasts, on TV, on YouTube, whatever else, talk
Mm-hmm.
raw about Black women, you know, even that little man who passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But when a woman says something, not even hurtful really, about Black men, but calling them out and saying, you need this help because it'll benefit your life, um, Black men took offense and basically doxed her and had her fired.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I personally think she should have been, but what you got on that, Faye?
I don't think it's a fireable offense. Yeah, I don't think she should have been fired. I obviously am old, and it is interesting to me, you know, the things that people take to social media. Um, I mean, you and I both know licensed clinicians and therapists, stuff like that. And I know a couple who are active on social media, and I get what they're saying without blah, blah, blah. But I also know, you and I talked before we were recording,
Of
I'm
course.
not this young lady's audience.
No.
So I don't take offense, and but I don't think she should have been fired. But I also we talked about, like, where does she work? We don't know where she works, that it was so easy for her to be fired. And
Right.
was there a contract involved, and was there a social media clause and all that, that you had mentioned? And you and I are both well aware of those
Yeah.
and contracts and such. And y'all, Nasa brought up some of the stuff we say on here. Yeah, so it makes me look at that, but we do also still have somewhat of a filter, for sure. We don't say everything that we say face to face. We don't give y'all everything, because we have jobs, among other things. But there's just certain liberties that come with when you're self-employed and you whatever. But again, I don't know where she worked, who she worked for, all that. But off top, for me, I don't think it was a fireable offense. I listened to it. She didn't need to be fired.
It wasn't your cup of tea, but she had to be fired
Right.
for.
I wouldn't call for her to be fired.
So I think about April Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
she was Nikki's Thoughts years ago. Now
Mm-hmm.
she's Freaknik, FREQNIK.
Yeah. You put me on her. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
is a therapist by trade. I think she's a PhD candidate. I don't think she has her PhD yet. She's a PhD
Right.
candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But she was doing therapy by day. I don't know if she's still seeing clients, but she was
Mm-hmm.
doing therapy by day for
Mm-hmm.
people. But she also owns several businesses outside of that. And she also wrote a lot, had a blog. And so she would talk about very um in your face, kind of, sometimes risque, sometimes sexy topics, it depends on what it is. And also her body's sick, and she takes photos
What she
that
said.
some would consider risque.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't think she's seeing clients currently, but
Right.
she did transition to other things. But even when she was, it was just like, how can you see your therapist in this light? And I think that some of that's a vestige from the separation, I'm gonna say, of personal and business.
Mm-hmm.
When you and I both started working, you could still be one person at work
Yeah.
and another person at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can still be that as
Yeah.
long as you have no digital footprint.
Mm-hmm.
But as those things have merged into one, for better or for worse, I can make a case for both actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that it's hard to disassociate one with the other.
Yeah.
Um, Even I feel it. I don't follow any of my coworkers
Mm-hmm.
on social media. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think to ask.
Right. Right.
I just don't,
Yeah.
So when people talk about, oh yeah, I saw shit over the weekend to each other, and I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell she did because
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna ask. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to tell me what you did over the weekend, you come and tell me.
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But we're also not friends. We're coworkers. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
difference.
It is a difference.
However, my socials are open, so
Mm.
in theory, they could follow me if they wanted to.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's open to have a podcast. Not really got into hide, but got
Right.
a book
Right.
out there. There's other things, but
Yeah.
so mine are open. Um, yeah, I I don't know. It's really weird. Those things don't merge. Those things don't can't be kept separate. Is a better way of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because of some of the things that my daughters have seen throughout my own life. Very rarely do they post on social.
Mm-hmm.
I probably post my daughters more on social than they do.
Oh yeah.
And I am very clear about what I do or do not post for them
Mm-hmm.
as adults.
Yeah.
My oldest told my husband years ago, I'll block you if you
Mm-hmm.
she's serious. And she's told me, even for the podcast, she'll listen to my podcast.
Yeah.
She doesn't repost my podcast. She's like, it's not on brand with who I am as a businesswoman. I
Yeah.
have to respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Her
Mm-hmm.
business is so different than mine. So I understand that. It's a much more strict and stringent business than mine. So
Mm-hmm.
go be great, little one.
She's so grown. I can't.
She is.
I live.
She's like, I want to help you, but I can't. I'm like, thank you.
She likes our post. Thank you.
Yes, she does, but
She does.
she's not going to repost.
Mm-mm.
It's not on brand with her. So I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. So yeah,
Hmm.
hopefully she'll rebound. I mean,
I'm
I know
sure she will.
Black women are resilient, right?
Girl, aren't we though? If we
And
not,
yeah, all the above.
don't you want to be resilient sometime though?
No, sometimes I just want to lay down.
Exactly. I don't want to be resilient. I don't want to lay down. Somebody just come rescue me. Can I be the damsel in distress? And you just come make everything better for me, please. And thank you.
Girl, can I tell you how I thought? I was like, it was one day I didn't even want to walk. Now I'm grateful I got legs that work.
Come on now.
But I was like, I just want somebody to carry me right now. That's how tired I am. I just need somebody to carry me. Speaking of being rescued, but yeah. Then I was looking at koala bear videos and I was like, oh, I want to be on the back. So yes, I get it.
I look, somebody can come rescue me right now and say, hey, I love you. You ain't gotta work no more. We're just gonna live a happy life and travel. I just need you to look cute and fix these meals. And I've been there chefing it up every damn day.
You will be.
Because I can be a lady of leisure at this point. I've worked. It's been great. I've adulted, raised these kids.
Mm-hmm.
I've done my part.
You have.
I feel like when they say at the funeral, I ran my race.
You but no.
I couldn't run it. My leg.
I know. A late B, what is it now? The soft life.
The soft life.
Yeah.
The soft life pay these bills.
And you better talk to the NAP ministry.
And I get that my mother, I know we're off topic again, sorry.
We're
My
having
mommy and I had a great discussion
yes.
about she asked me point blank because I've been super stressed.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, does it take all that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I like this check. And I like the things that this check can afford because I've been broke. And
Yeah.
broke is stressful too.
Yep.
So you
Mm-hmm.
have stress over here from
Mm-hmm.
this, I have stress from being broke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will say though, being broke, it wasn't. We kind of made a way. You know what I mean? You made a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reals you didn't need. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ain't got no money for the movie? We go to the park. Ain't got no money for
Exactly.
gas? We
Yeah.
go to the neighborhood. You know, like
Yeah.
you gonna make a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, yeah, I gotta find that balance between your passion and also being able to sustain the soft life. Because each time you see these soft life posts, they're in Dubai, they are. I'm like, can we get a soft life lower middle class edition?
Hello.
Maybe I didn't do that. Soft life this.
Girl, a lot of that stuff
I
in
had
the
Aldi's. Soft life.
hello. Call it soft moments. For me, have a soft moment. It's not your whole life, but you take time to do some things that don't require a lot. Just
This weekend for me, I have nothing on my calendar and I'm putting nothing on the calendar.
thank you. Don't.
I'm not.
Yeah, Nasa was on a boat this past weekend.
I was.
She had a ponytail.
I
It's
did.
on IG if you want to look at it.
It is.
Yeah.
I almost canceled it. I didn't tell you that. I almost didn't come.
Well, I thought you alluded to that.
I was tired.
Yeah.
I was
I
so
believe you.
tired.
You
But
could have called an audible.
mm-mm. But that's where I don't want to be. I don't want to be in a place where the fun becomes exhausting as well.
True.
I think there's a spectrum, and this is zero, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm already here,
Mm-hmm.
the things that would fill you up to get to here
Mm-hmm.
don't happen because I'm here. So
Mm.
being on the boat got me to here.
Okay.
you know it's the
Okay.
right direction, but my cup is still
Oh,
empty
no. Yeah.
in the negative.
I saw you post about your cup. Come on, let's get this cup together.
I'm gonna get my cup together.
For those of you listening, Nasa just gave a wonderful hand illustration.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry, y'all.
About zero, and she underneath zero. She trying to
I
get
have a deficit.
to
I'm overdrawn. My cup is overdrawn. It's not runneth over. It's
so
overdrawn.
let's run it over.
Yeah,
Okay, you working on it. You work in progress.
I am, and that's the thing I have to realize to give myself even grace on. Like, you know what? I'm me. I'm wired to be everywhere, all the time. And
Yeah,
when it makes me exhausted, only I can fix it. So
true.
look at me.
That's a word.
Who needs therapy when I got a podcast? Come on now.
Because I sure was in bed at 8 o'clock last night. Good.
I worked 30 hours in 2 days.
Yeah, you did. That's yeah.
I wish I was joking.
I believe you. I'm so sorry.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I no.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Last and final topic. Jurassic Park. Yo.
T-Rex.
That's how some of them BBLs look. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But
That's
some
another topic for another day.
y'all got the T-Rex special on the box. So it's a local Nashville story, but I'm sure you could relate or there's something similar in your city.
Yes.
Absolutely. So a local is he a marketing promoter? He's some of everything according to, would you say promoter? People
I'm
know.
gonna give him the title of promoter.
Okay. Logo promoter, someone who Nasa and I actually both know for full transparency. On his Facebook page, There was a post which has since been taken down that is I'm not about to read the whole thing. But anyway, it basically alluded to women who are 40 and up, go ladies.
Exactly. Hey y'all.
Right. Calling that demographic dinosaurs, and we need to not be at these clubs, and we need to make room for the 20 something year old girls.
Yep.
We need to, what did he say? We need to be at a church crusade or something like
Yep.
that.
And raising kids and fixing dinner.
Yeah, if you're 40 plus, if you're a woman who's 40 plus. So anyways, the posts have been taken down. The person said that he has several administrators to his page, which has his name on it, and that he didn't make the post. Someone else did. Mm-hmm. And allegedly that someone else has been fired. I don't have that confirmed, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that was kind of the extent of it. That was it. And so, you know, I love us. I especially my Black women, Black sisters. We ran with it. People printing up dinosaur T-shirts, using the dinosaur emojis on their pages and postings, and yeah. So it was funny to me, and it's just even more. It came in the wake of like a new restaurant that opened.
Yeah, he owns a new restaurant.
Yeah. There was a whole ribbon cutting. The mayor of Nashville was there, etc. So yeah. So I don't know. Mason, you tell me your thoughts, and then I can give mine.
So I know this guy for a long time, and I try not to let your past dictate your future, you know, because we all grow and evolve. But as a promoter, he wasn't a promoter that I would personally have done business with, just because some of the business practices of those college parties just weren't the best. Mm-hmm. Now, he's had his hand in a lot of things around Nashville for many, many, many years, you know, and I got to give him that tenacity of being an entrepreneur and staying afloat. My issue is when your page is a business page, then it needs to be a business page. You got quotes, you got spiritual things, you got all kinds of stuff on this page that's allegedly being run by all these administrators. It's not how much your business really at all, except for your old school concert. That's about it. But other than that, it's all this hodgepodge of stuff. Yeah. So when this post about dinosaurs came up, it didn't feel off brand for him because he says stuff about all kinds of things all the time. Now, here's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't talk shit about your target demographic when you're opening a new restaurant and having an old school concert. Yeah. Because guess who had expendable income? 40 plus people whose kids are out of their house. Guess who comes to the old school concert with their friends and their girlfriends and post up? Us. Yeah. Guess who tells their husbands or boyfriends, I want to go to the concert? Yeah. Us. Yeah. You know, you don't see no group of 4 dudes at the old school concert. You see a group of 6 chicks in a bottle of wine at the old school concert and the lawn chair. Yeah. So why would you play yourself with this demographic? It just doesn't make sense. Also, you 50 your daggone self. So if you're saying get out the club to us, then shouldn't you be out the club with us? That's my 2 cents on that. I'm just like, how often do you want to tell a woman to sit down and don't do X, Y, and Z? Have that same bass in your voice for the men who are out there too. Yeah. Apparently I heard, but I did not see that there was a post dealing with men. I can't really speak to that. But because there's a lot of I heard, but I did actually see the women dinosaur post. But how would you feel if I said, if you got a high blood pressure pill in Cialis, come on out the club, player. You 40 plus, you can be cutting grass, you know, cutting them hedges, working the grill, working on being a deacon. Show yourself to be approved. Oh! Y'all be like, what is she doing? She wild. Right. Like what are, and that who was at them clubs, them old nasty men messing with them little girls.
So yes, I agree with you in terms of, well, one, just because of what we do for a living. If that is to be your business page and it's a marketing whatever page, the only thing that should be on there are events that you are promoting and you're working on.
Exactly.
Second, I know in my job when I'm writing something, press releases, whatever, there's a routing process. I'm not the only person who sees it. It is reviewed by multiple people. So it doesn't just get posted. Even, I have to do some social media posting as well. It's not just, oh, I wrote it, let me post it. So if in fact it was somebody else, where does the buck stop? Why wasn't that reviewed before posting?
Right.
So those things for me really stuck out. Like you said, there's all these quotes on the page. Like, just promote your stuff. I don't, the other stuff, it doesn't make sense to me. Put that on your personal page, but your promotional whatever page should be strictly your events, your projects, whatever you're working on. That's just from a professional viewpoint. So that's all I got on that. But I know it was, y'all, here in Nashville, not to say that stuff doesn't happen here, but it really did. For Black folks here, it really took off, especially Black women 40 up, us. So yeah, it was all over
I'll be a dinosaur. Okay.
And other people are now like jumping on the bandwagon in the sense like, hey, they don't want you, we'll take you over here.
There's a dino party on Friday.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
I know. Shout
I'm
out
not
to
mad
Jason.
at it. You better have a dino party.
Oh god, it made me. It was laughable to me though, because it just
was
even how it was written, like just the poor grammar and everything. I can't take that seriously. So I'm
was it
looking.
misogynist? Yes.
Yes.
Do I? I mean, obviously, we can't talk about it because it's funny to me.
It was funny.
But like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going to that place anyway, but like it just wasn't on my radar, and that's no shade. Just before this, I was just like, I'm okay. But do you, like you said?
Hey, either way, I just thought it was hilarious, and I'm just like, you just shot yourself in the foot. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Moral of the story, y'all. If you are promoting events or doing things, make sure your page is professional. People will take you seriously. Make sure you have somebody to review, a reputable person to review your copy and things that go up. And you don't need that many administrators. So just a few notes from two professionals. Do you have any other notes for people out there who are starting or looking to improve?
I mean, if you're gonna do a business, like sit down with someone, that consult with someone, pay somebody some money to look at your sites and give you some feedback. I've done it for multiple startups, and have given great advice to start a business over the course of the years about how this is how you start. Now, even for us, we consult with people. So,
Yes.
for taking things to the next level, you got to go to a different level. We do
Mm-hmm.
this every day and we'll still call in somebody simply because when you look at your own stuff, you can be blind to it. And when you
Yes.
do it all day, every day, sometimes it's hard to do it for yourself. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just call in somebody, call the audible, spend the money, and and it's not even that much money, depending on who you get. There's all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of people you can call in to help, who are communication professionals who can
Mm-hmm.
help you do better. But I'm gonna give them Jurassic Park pajamas. Like,
Everybody do the dinosaur.
that's what I want. I want the classic Jurassic Park t-shirt. Yes, that's it.
All right, do it.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for maybe TSU homecoming. It's gonna be a lot of dino outfits out there. I feel it.
This is gonna be. We'll
I'm
have
gonna have a
another
Jurassic
show
World shirt. Come around the
about
ride.
homecoming. Just wear the shirt. Make sure it's long, and then that's it.
No, I ain't doing that.
With some fishnets.
Hell no. I'll make up the car. I have a whole trail of people behind me following me. No,
Okay, fishnets, but then put on like little biker shorts underneath.
That's your outfit. Faith is the queen of some pantyhose and some booty shorts.
Pantyhose. I do like booty shorts on my booty.
You do.
So,
You
I'm
do.
liberated. I don't care. Whatever. I had shorts on today at the gym. What? Because it's hot.
Come on
I
there. You're
did.
out there, outside.
Anyway,
Show people the goodness.
goodbye. Anyway, what am I there to see the goodness?
I'm trying to get somebody at the gym. You at the gym, ain't find nobody.
I know these young boys be trying it, but that's for another day.
Hmm.
So
I heard it.
I
Y'all
don't
heard it
really
too.
do what?
I heard it. Y'all heard it too. I'll get the tea offline. I'll tell you about it.
Okay, I don't have a to go per se.
I have one
I know you do. Boom, bring it.
from the words
Oh,
of Jurassic Park #1. Life finds a way.
mm.
I want a dinosaur theme. No,
Jeff Goldblum, fine. Go ahead.
he's not fine.
He is fine. Jeff Goldblum could get it. He is fine.
He's so not fine.
That 70-something-year-old man.
He's comical. He plays the same character tone of
Oh,
voice
he's
he hated in
fine.
so many
He like his
things.
nails
But he's not
good.
fine.
He got the glasses. He tall. What's up, Jeff?
Yeah,
What's good, Jeff? What?
different taste in men.
We do.
Very different taste in men.
It's okay. I like a lot of different things, though. I don't like
You like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Puerto Rican.
I know.
Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, we
Anyway,
got.
now she her tongue's out already. Look, we
I
don't let
know
that
I'm being
go.
nasty. I love you. I'm so glad to be back with you.
I know,
So
Bookie.
good.
Bye, y'all.
Oh, we didn't do the thing.
What thing?
Where can they find us?
Wait, what thing?
Okay, you can find us on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple, Google, Instagram, and Facebook. So
Why does she have to count each time like she can't remember?
that I was counting. So like, comment, follow, subscribe, engage, all of the above. Everybody do the dinosaur.
That's it. Bye.
Bye.